Menopause changes a lot of things in the body. Two of the areas where we get so many changes are in muscle and bone. As we lose estrogen, muscles are affected. We lose lean muscle mass. This not only affects how the body manages blood sugar, but we also lose strength and we lose power, and our muscles get weak. The other area that's affected a lot is bone. We lose bone density, and also the muscle loss is playing a part in that loss of bone density. So unless we do something, we're going to be in deep trouble as we age or as we go through this menopause transition. Now, most people think of muscles and they think of biceps, they think of leg muscles, but we forget that the foot is also part of that loss. It's also affected. It is not spared, those losses of bone or muscle. We lose muscle in our feet. We also lose bone density. And not to mention also that the tendons, ligaments in the whole body have a lot of estrogen receptors. So as estrogen is declining, the tendons, the ligaments, bones, muscles are all affected, and the foot is not spared. So the menopausal foot is changing, and that's why many women at menopause will find themselves with foot pain, feet swelling, also because their blood vessels are changing. But they also find themselves suddenly with things like plantar fasciitis, tendonitis, Achilles tendonitis, heel arches dropping, and also losing the fat padding below the toes. So the ball of the foot has a lot of fat padding, which helps us as we step on the ground. We begin to lose that fat padding. So what can we do to help ourselves? Number one is we have to stay proactive. Now I'm going to take you through a series of exercises that you can do to keep your feet active and to keep your feet healthy in menopause. Now this is a very short snippet, so it's not everything that you will be doing. We can add some more later, but we'll begin with these few exercises. For today's exercises, you need a small ball, a tennis ball will do, and also a chair that you can hold on to. Any chair, even a dining chair will do. And we'll begin by rolling the feet, so massaging the sole of the foot. And here is how it goes. So grab your chair and your ball. Hold on to your chair so you don't have to fight for balance. This is not about balance, it's about rolling those feet so we can get all those muscles and the tiny little ligaments woken up. And don't forget to roll the heel and also the ball of the foot. Then from there, we're going to tip our foot towards the baby toe side of the foot, right at the heel. And you're going to slide that foot over the ball all the way to the baby toe, to the ball of the baby toe. So 3 times, we call this the 3 tracks, so that way. And then you're going to come to the middle of the heel and slide it towards the center toes, towards the middle toes, 3 times. Then we're going to tip the foot towards the big toe side and slide from the heel to the big toe. And hold on to that. Then we're going to put our foot over that ball. So you put the ball of your foot over that ball and then step on it with the other foot. And this time you're going to go from big toe to baby toe. And we're going through what's known as the transverse arch, big toe to baby toe. Yeah, so going through that transverse arch. You're just using the other foot to help to assist in that. And you're holding on to the chair because it's not about balance. From there, we're going to massage the other foot. So keep massaging that. And I'm going to go quickly, but you can spend as much time as you want doing this massage. If you don't have a small therapeutic ball, you can also use a tennis ball. Any tiny little ball will do. From there, we'll go through those tracks again. Tip your foot towards your baby toe, come to the heel, and massage that side of the foot all the way to the baby toe 3 times. Again, I'm going quickly, you can go slower. And then we'll go from the center of the heel all the way to the middle toes 3 times. It's like you have 3 tracks on your foot, and then from the big toe side of the heel all the way to the big toe, massaging that. This can be a little bit sensitive. And then place the ball of your foot over that small ball. Step on it with the other foot and go from big toe to baby toe. So massaging under the ball of the foot. There's an arch there that goes like almost like an arc, and that's what you're doing. You're going through that transverse arch, just massaging there. Then from there, we're going to pick that ball and we're going to bring it to the back of the heels. So the ball is on the ground, bring it to the back of your heels, squeeze it with both of your heels, hold on to the chair, and we're going to spread our toes, and then we're going to lift our heels up, and we're going to lower to a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, stretching out that tissue and lift into a stiletto kind of heel and lower. 1, 2, 3. Keep the knees straight and lift and lower. 1, 2, 3. You can always exhale to lower. Now we're going to do what's known as toe yoga. We can put the ball away if you like. We're not using it again. So you're going to stand, and if you need to hold on to the chair for balance, please do so. Spread all the toes, lift all the toes and spread them. Now without dropping into your inner arch, drop all the 4 toes on each foot from toe number 5 to toe number 2 down, but keep the big toe up. And then lift all the toes, spread them. Now without dropping again into your inner foot, keep all the 4 toes on each side up and drop the big toe. So all the other 4, number 5 to 2, are staying up and you're spreading them without dropping into your arch, and lift. Let's do that one more time. So keep all the toes up, spread them. Now drop number 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Don't scrunch them. And then keep the big toe up and then lift them again. And now we're going, without dropping the arch, we're going to drop the big toe, keep all the others up. Try and keep them up and don't scrunch them. Now at first you might find it frustrating because you may not be able to do it. You might even have to go down and keep the big toe down with your fingers. That sometimes it helps, but you will get better at it. Next we're going to do what we call a short foot. You're going to step your right foot forward. And I'm on a mat, a yoga mat. Now imagine you're going to scrunch your yoga mat towards your heel with your toes, and then flatten the foot and scrunch it again. We call this the short foot. So you're shortening your foot and you're lifting your arch a little bit and then shorten it again. It's like there's a hydraulic mechanism lifting your arch up. Let's do one more. And again, you can always hold on to the chair and relax. Let's go to the other side. And spread and relax. Now crunch that mat as though you're folding your mat with the toes and the ball of the foot towards your heel, and then spread the foot again, and then crunch the mat again and spread. One more time, crunch and spread. Excellent. Next we're going to sit on our chair. And from here, we're going to bring one leg up. You can also do this on the floor if it's better for you on the floor. And you're going to take your toes and wiggle them apart from each other. So these are called toe pulls. So pull your toes apart from each other. So you pull big toe from number 2, toe number 2 from toe number 3. And again, I'm going fast. You can do this really slow. Pull them and wiggle them, give them a good massage. Then we're going to take the left hand and we're going to interweave the fingers in between the toes. We call this the foot handshake. So you're weaving your fingers in between your toes. Again, at first it's kind of weird and maybe painful, but bear with it, you'll get good at it. Then we're going to take our right hand and hold the arch. From there, we're going to pull our toes towards our shin bone. That's a flexion, and then we're going to pull them towards the left side. That's extension. And do that a couple of times, and then do some circles, just holding on to the foot so that you're only doing this with the ball of the foot and the toes. And switch direction. Excellent. Next, you're going to take your right hand and bring it under the heel. Create that short foot again. Bring your ball of the foot and the heel towards the midline, and then pull them apart from each other. So again, shortening your foot and then lengthening your foot. Shorten and lengthen. Shorten and lengthen. Excellent. And then just rub it. That's done. And we can also rub the top of the foot. So you can rub the webbing from the toes all the way towards the ankle, just to rub that webbing. Next, we're going to do what's called an ankle car. This is rotation of the ankle. Car means controlled articular rotation. Bring your arm under your thigh, cup your kneecap so that your knee is not moving, point the toes down, point them towards the inside, point them up, we call that gas pedaling, point them out, around. Make that circle very smooth, but don't go through pain. If there's any pain, skip any area of pain. You can do this a little bit longer, but we're just going to change the direction. Take your time. Controlled articular rotation, so we are rotating that ankle, keeping those ligaments, tendons, joints, everything, muscles nice and lubricated. Then from there, we're going to bring the heel down and the ball of the foot and the arch up. We're going to interlace our fingers and cup the kneecap so it doesn't move. Then you're going to rotate your tibia and your fibula, so the lower leg bones towards the inside, and then rotate them towards the outside. I'm just holding my shin bone so you can see the motion, but you have cupped your kneecap so that you're not moving your kneecap. So you're not just working your toes, you're moving the two bones of the lower leg in and out. That's called a tibial rotation. We need that to walk without that pressure going into the knee or the hip. So work those lower leg bone muscles. Remember, it's not working the tail, it's not working your toes, it's moving those lower bones in and out. Excellent. And then shake out that leg, shake it out. Let's go to the next one. So bring the leg in, close the knee completely, rotate from the hip to bring it into this position. Let's do some toe pulls here. So you just pull the toes, separate the toes, wiggle them, massage them if you need to massage them. You can also go on the top of the foot before you do anything else. Work on that webbing of the toes. Yes, then we're going to bring the right hand fingers and web them in between the toes, the foot handshake. Sometimes it's really awkward to place them there, but you'll get the hang of it. And then we'll use our left hand to hold on to the arch. Now point those toes towards the shin bones and then point them away towards the shin bone and away. And then let's do some circle here. So you're only moving the ball of the foot and the toes. And don't be afraid to really go deep. You can't damage much here. Use your hands around. Good. Excellent. Now let's bring the left hand under the heel, and we're going to bring the heel and the ball of the foot closer and then lengthen them. So short foot and long foot. Short foot and long foot. And then just massage. You can take your time here to massage your leg. Now we're going to bring the heel down and cup your kneecap so it doesn't move. Work the bones of the lower leg out and then in. So in fact what you're doing is you're doing this. You're rotating the tibia. It's called tibia rotation. I'm holding my kneecap with the other hand, so if it works better for you to hold that kneecap, you can do that. All right, then from there we're going to shake that leg. Now come up and we're going to hold on to the chair to do what's known as dorsiflexion of the ankle. So we're going to do this on the chair. You'll bring your whole right leg on the chair. Hold on to the chair, hop your other leg back. Now let this knee go way beyond the toes, but keep the heel down. So you're really feeling the flexion, the dorsiflexion of that right ankle. You're wrinkling your ankle there. And then come out of that and do that a few times. And I'll just remove my hand so you can see what's happening to my leg. And really creating that stretch, but it's also giving you an Achilles tendon stretch. And from there, we'll do the same foot, but this time we're going to bring the heel down, so the heel is hanging down. Hold on to the chair, and I'll just remove my hand so you can see what I'm doing, and go slightly forward, so creating that dorsiflexion. The more we can dorsiflex, when we lack this dorsiflex, our ankle doesn't move properly. And when our ankles don't move properly, they take that pressure to the knees, to the hips, and even sometimes to the shoulders. And then come out of that and do that a few times. Really stretching that Achilles tendon, but also getting that dorsiflexion as much as you can. And then let's switch sides. Put the whole foot first. I'll just fold my hands so you can see dorsiflexion. Do that a few times. You can go as many as 5 times. And then we're going to come out and we're going to drop the heel so we can get more of that dorsiflexion. And I'm letting my Achilles tendon stretch out this way, but getting that ankle to dorsiflex. So dorsi is the top of the foot. So we are flexing that part. Plantar is your bottom, dorsi is the top. And we're keeping that Achilles tendon long, get that mobility into the ankle. Excellent. All right. So those are just a few exercises that you can do with your feet, and you can do this every day. It doesn't matter, but keep your feet mobile, keep those bones moving, keep the ligaments moving, keep the muscles healthy. That's the way to not suffer from a lot of pain in menopause and also as we age. I hope that helps. Leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Maybe even hit that bell so that you can be notified when I do post a new video. And please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.